Skedios.
Yep, it's up now though. Perfect timing.
Yeah, as soon as it says parties being streamed, if you include your audio, then it'll include every audio and everything.
Okay, I think everything's rolling. It's on my phone, so that's a start. No lag spikes.
Alright.
Looks like everything's good there.
Ooh.
If you missed the title, this is season 9.
Oh, wait,
Yes,
yeah.
you heard that right, 9.
Wait, no, it's season 8 for VNS.
Yeah, 8.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh. So that's just a mistype in the title. Ignore that. Or a mistype of Go Live. I think it's the title's fine. But yeah, season 8 then. I looked at I looked at VRC and decided, hey, season 9. It's gonna both be season 9. You know.
Yeah, they started a season after first season. So
Well,
pretty
for
annoying.
today, apparently, today would be season 9.
Yeah, today it's season 9 to season 8, though. Okay, so wait, hold on. So I got...
Ignore my stupid self on that regard.
So I included my
Yeah,
audio
we'll
to
just go
your part,
backwards.
to the stream. Did my stream show up for y'all?
No.
Okay,
I
so...
say for mine it doesn't. It says just for mine.
Okay, it's not a huge deal, but...
Hmm. Dion, baby.
Yeah, I'm the reason why that's the name.
Oh.
Well, if you got... oh, okay. Going off to a great start
Okay,
here.
well, no one heard absolutely any of that. Let's just restart.
I think my stream might have got it. Whatever. Great way to
Well,
start.
I'll just repeat what he said, but we'll just switch some names around here and there. So since you didn't hear any of that, welcome to the On Baby 150. Great name by Mr. Commissioner Koegi himself. Being joined by Mr. Sammy Marasco, who is
Hi.
a VRC full-time driver who's helping out here today, and also another full-time driver, Landon Weil, who moved up to VRC,
Hello.
and who will also be helping out. I actually want to start with Weil over here. So we know you are a super speedway winner. We saw you sub for Casey Master last season, ended up winning that race.
Yeah.
So you know a couple things about how to win at super speedways. What's the key to winning at a super speedway?
Well, for a super speedway, you obviously need to stay in the draft first of all. That's number one rule because draft is very important. But Daytona and Talladega are very different, especially for OMA. Because Talladega we have the draft package, and most of the time, I mean, we're staying up top, but you can make a lot of crazy moves. You can go 3-4 wide, and literally anyone can win. But at Daytona, it's different because most of the time you're on the bottom. You can't use the package. It's really a much thinner track than it should be. But um, yeah. So, but the real key is you gotta just stay in line for a while. And it sounds like well, that's pretty boring. But I mean, you can't really do much else about that because not many people will go with you on the outside. You gotta you know, you gotta make up your runs whenever you can at the right time. So it's all about timing at super speedways.
Indeed it is, especially you got to make sure you're in the right line coming to the white flag, even with maybe 2 to go, make sure you're in the right area. Most people say they don't want to be leading with 1 to go. It's really a personal choice. If you think you can get a run with coming to the white flag with someone else, you might want to be in second. Leading might be the choice for other people. What would you prefer? Like, would you prefer to be leading or prefer to be the person right behind the leader coming, like, at the white flag?
Well, I've never personally won a Daytona before, so but I would say if you're at Daytona, you would want to be in second or third place on the white flag so they can build up a run. Because if you got someone in front of you that isn't your teammate, you can't rely on them. I mean, you either push them or you just don't at all. I was in that situation last season in the 250. I unfortunately I had to like let off, to get a bigger run on Tim. And off 4, I had the literal perfect run because Kevin was pushing me from behind, and I got on the outside. And I almost won the race, but we hit the doors, and Tim won by 7 thousandths. But you want to be second at Daytona because you get that big run. But for Talladega, it depends on the competition really, on how aggressive someone could be, how chaotic they can be with their moves. Second or third, or maybe even seventh, wherever the lines are. If they're on the top, go to the bottom. Get a huge run. Someone's bound to go with you because it would be a lot of speed going into the bottom. But for me personally, I like being in the lead, around the last lap. My first VNS, not first VNS win, but my VNS win there at Dega last season. It was a fuel mileage, and it was fuel mileage, but I still be up front, and I had some help from behind, so won it that way, and I also won it that way last season in the playoffs. So, but yeah, that's what I think.
It's definitely a preference on where you want to be on, especially white flag scenarios. That anyone, even third place, we've seen win not come like after the checkered flag. You can come third place and still win after 1 lap. It's just depending on the runs that everyone can get. Do you want to add anything to that, Sammy? I mean, I know you necessarily haven't won a super speedway race here, but you've ran super speedway races in the past.
Yeah, it's all just about keeping yourself in the draft, like Lyle said. I think he worded it perfectly. It's all just about the draft and finding some help. That's really all it comes down to at the end of the day.
And you got to put yourself in a position to get there at the last lap. You can't win on lap 1, but you could certainly lose it on lap 1. Well, not necessarily as much here, because they have halfway stages, so you might at least have a chance to catch back up if you wreck it, but I still wouldn't recommend trying to wreck in lap 1. Doesn't exactly help much in that scenario.
But as per ritual here, every week we make our pre-race predictions. So Lyle, since you're our guest this week, would you like to make your prediction for who you think is going to win the On Baby 150 tonight?
Yep, and it's a wild one.
Oh boy.
Well, I think, let's see, we got 24 guys in the lobby right now. Okay, it's a bit crazy. But personally, for me, we got a few leeches tonight. We got Drew, Stein, and Zachary Mendez, or Ryan Steinberg and Zachary Mendez. But I think Ryan Steinberg's gonna win tonight. I don't know why. I just have a good feeling that he's finally gonna get that elusive VNS victory, OMA for that matter.
And one better way to be the first race of the season, especially on one of the bigger races.
Very bold prediction.
Yeah.
All right, Evil, you take the next pick.
Let's see, it's Daytona. I mean, it's not really a clear favorite. I mean, Drew, is the big name, but even at Daytona, it's so unpredictable. I'm gonna go with a somewhat of a name out there, but it's not really a name. I think, and this might sound a little bit surprising, but I'm gonna continue our trend of hoping that we see Mr. Joni Hannon finally get that win.
Yeah.
He's starting third. I think he's had speed all last season. he seems like he has speed this season as well, at least from qualifying purposes. So I'm gonna go with Jonah Hannon. See if he can finally get that win.
Alrighty. Well, that wraps up your guys' picks, and now it's time for my pick. And
You can
I
join
know,
lobby.
I know I'm gonna sound like a biased team owner here, but I'm taking Steven Oberstadt to win tonight. He's got the plate race prowess. That's why I picked him to drive for me, and I think that tonight is going to be the night that he breaks through and gets a win here tonight in the On Baby 150.
Another very good pick. I mean, like we mentioned, Drew Jew is in the field, and we know his prowess in every race. He's a very good potential pick to win. Parker Ness, who came down to the VNS this season to run full time, he's on pole. He's also a good potential pick. I mean, there's not a very clear wrong answer in this field. Anyone could win it, and it wouldn't be much of a surprise. Speaking of our lineup, though, while we're voting in, let's run down this lineup real quick here. So like I mentioned, Parker Ness, who comes down to VNS full-time this season, is on pole. Drew Jewell, one of our leeches for this race, is going to be lining up in second. Third will be Joni Hannon. Fourth, Wesley Farrell. Fifth, Colin Teague. Sixth, Ryan Steinberg, another leech from VRC. 7, Gatlin Downey. Ace will be Stephen Oberstadt. 9th, Fabricio Wamana. 10th will be Sebastian Kukuan, who did retire from full-time racing, but is joining part-time once again for Daytona. 11th is Brad Qualls. 12 is Hunter East, who is subbing for Caleb Buckner. 13, Zachary Mendez, the third leech from the VRC. 14th is Vincenzo Wakabazi. 15th, Jaden Haverty. Yeah, Haverty. 16, Landon Wadenbach. 17th, Victor. I think it's Mbasani. Mbasani. I believe so.
Victor.
Yeah.
Victor Mbastiani.
Mbastiani. Okay. I'm gonna have to use our pronunciation sheet every now and then for some of these. I gotta get used to some of these names again. 18th, Patrick McPeak, who came back to OMA after extended away. He's finally back full time. 19th, Patrick Garrett. 20th, Sean Melly. 21st, MJ Saru. 22nd, Brandon Stockless. 23rd, David Hanks. 24th, Kyra Scott. 25th, Jackson Stotts. Scott and Stotts, that's gonna be names. Like, just, they're almost similar. And then 26th is Tom Hawk. And that's your lineup for today.
An update on the 54. That is not Brandon Stockless in the car. That is actually Jaden Hafferty, who was originally supposed to be in the car for this race. Was able to get back in at last minute after a failed qualifying run from Stockless, as we're getting ready to go green.
And we are green for the On Baby 150. Like I said, great name as always.
You're welcome.
Parker Ness jumps out on the inside lane, followed by the 38. That is Joni Hannon. I gotta get used to car numbers and names and match them up again. And the inside lane's already moving.
This field scares me. I'm getting a lot of season 5 vibes from this race. It was an absolutely packed field. My first VNS start. It's gonna be wild. That's all I'm gonna say.
As through turns 3 and 4 now in this opening lap, starting to string out a little bit. Parker Ness taking the commanding lead with Johanan behind.
And if you are new here, if you are new here, first lap of restarts or green flags will be half the field for cautions. Anything after that will be 3 cars, more than likely maybe 4, depending on. I think it's gonna be 3 still, regardless of field size. And everything is manual cautions, no black flags, so you will see these guys throw down pit road at like 170 miles an hour. As you see that single file train already starting to roll on the inside lane. Parker Ness continues to lead, coming back to the start-finish line. He's going to lead another green flag lap here. He's trying to lead all the laps, but he's got a long way to go, but he's 100% on that goal if he's trying to do that so far.
We got some movement in the back here. Looks like a couple of the Toyotas trying to make a move, get lined up here.
And I guess while we're watching this single file train, we'll start some of our
we can go through the field.
promos here. Well, no, we can do a promo first.
Promo.
So OMA is on Twitter at OMA _league. They're also on Instagram. I don't necessarily have the link for that on this page. I think it's the same though. You can follow them for any race day stuff. It's for stream links, content. I mean, there's content for NASCAR Heat 5, the Formula 1 League. You can see breaking news. You can see about Eddie posts. All that good stuff. And now we'll go through the field. We'll start with you, Sammy, since it's you're the one who created it through the field.
Yeah, let me hop on to our man at the helm of the field, Mr. Parker Ness. Ran full-time in VRC last season before jumping down and basically switching spots with Lane and Lyle to run full-time here in VNS. He's running pretty strong right now, I'd say, leading all the laps thus far, and he's got Johnny O'Hannon right on his tail.
Yep, and speaking of Johnny O'Hannon, let me find his camera angle. There we go. Another. I think he's full-time for VNS again as well, as far as I know. I'm not exactly sure what series he's already declared for on that regard. Let me see if it says on here. I think it's full-time for VNS. Yeah, it is. Okay. Different car number though. I mean, it's good. Everyone they got rid of custom numbers for VNS, so everyone had to pick a default car. He's one of them that changed numbers, so we'll take a little bit of change getting used to seeing him in the 38, but he's already given that 38 a very good run in second at the moment.
And Lyle's going to take Drew Jula here running in P3. We're doing.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Well, I didn't think he'd make the race, but I guess he's here. He won the VRC championship last season with about, I think, 7 wins. Very successful season Drew had, and today he's here to do his 1 lead start in the Daytona season opener, looking to win. I don't know if he can do it, but we'll see.
An interesting fact before I move on with Drew Jula, I know it's a different series. Him and Tim Moore combined to make OCM Racing after Tyra Glass went to McGuinness. Tim Moore moves over to OCM, and they are now teammates this season after being very heated. Well, not very heated, but very friendly. Oh, we got
some shuffling back here. We got one on the wall, Steven Overstat.
Stein up the track.
Friendly competition in the title race between Juju and Tim Moore. They are now teammates for this season in VRC.
As we move onward after that little bit of a scuffle, we have in P4, after a strong closing half to last season, Colin T's looking pretty strong heading into the opening half of this season. He's running P4 right now. He's got a couple wins under his belt after that strong performance at Phoenix last year. I think that he can probably go and shake it up again this season.
Yeah, after his first career win last season in Phoenix, as you see him getting in the wall again back there, I think they got relatively straightened out. First career win at Phoenix last season. We'll see if he can build on that, especially now that he broke through. We're going to go to 5th place. I believe that is the 11 car of Wesley Farrell. Let me find him there he is. Yep, 11 of Wesley Farrell's in 5th place at the moment. So a couple interesting facts. He's racing for Mazzilli Family Racing, a family-owned team owned by Luca Mazzoe Sr. and Jr., kind of half and half there. As I believe it's his first Vienna season. As far as I know, that's based on what I'm reading on the facts here.
Yes, it
First
is.
Vienna season. I don't really know much else about him, but right now he's looking pretty strong in this race. So we'll see how he does.
I know a few things about Wesley. I have a race with him in a few leagues a long time ago. He was very dominant. He was pretty kind of aggressive. That's what we knew him as. Came back in OMA like I think 2 seasons ago. I raced for ORR in the 7 for some part-time starts. Pretty solid. I don't know if he rage quitted or something, but he came back and he's been doing pretty dang solid so far. So he would definitely, in my eyes, be a threat to win tonight.
He's a very strong pick because he's trying to get third place under Colin Teague. Door gets shut there. We'll move on to the 5th place car for right now, which is a 98 as they go side by side.
I'm trying to hold on right now. It's a charge from the 18 behind him.
'98. That's good. So Vivico is racing for McGuinness this season. He's the real interesting known fact about him. He's the only non-American or Canadian driver in OMA. He's Brazilian. Currently lives in Mexico. I'm just using the stats that's presented in front of me here. 4th Vienna season, he raced with Spooky Dookie last season. Moves over to McGuinness, now racing a Ford. He had 11 starts, 2 top 5s, 5 top 10s, and he's 17th in points last season. Looking to build on that right now. He's doing it. He has a pretty good shot of building on that. As you see, Drew.
I think that is Drew.
Going place. And Drew's going. I think Drew's having some lag experiences.
As that's Wesley Farrell to the back. Now we'll move on to the next one. And Victor Imbastiani. Just in case you're watching the broadcast, Victor, I got it right this time. Don't nag me. But right now he's doing pretty good. Driving for Thunderbolt Racing this season, it looks like. And he made 1 VNS start last season, and he ended up 3rd at Talladega. So he obviously knows how to get around these plate tracks. And right now he's running up inside the top 5. Up goes the 8 car of Colin Teague. To the back he goes, as now Imbastiani moves up inside the top 5 a little bit more. And on to now, I think. Is that the 19 car?
19 of Zachary Mendez, one of the leeches for this race. He is driving for No U Motorsports in the Cup Series. Yep, see. Eddie, hey, I did it. VRC. I told Eddie I'd end up doing it once. I did actually, it was accidental, but he's driving for No U Motorsports, the VRC Series. But they do run Cup cars, to be fair. I mean, I'm not completely wrong in that fact, so. But he's making his 1 reach start of the season, hoping to get 1 win and 1 reach start. And we'll see him tomorrow night as well.
Next up we have Patrick McPeak, who is a rookie this season. And he hasn't raced here since July 2019, which was VRC Season 4 with Dark Horse, finished 10th in points. Won the Daytona 250 pole, so he knows how to get it going around here, around Daytona. And he won a Pocono halfway. And right now, it looks like him and his Toyota teammates are ganging up on the outside lane, as behind them is the 3 of Oberstadt in the All-American Motorsports Toyota. He's trying to get it going, as right now they are side by side for the lead right now.
Wow.
Bastiani's trying to get it going, but I don't think the Yoda boys have enough momentum right now.
Not yet, they do not. This was a planned get-together, we'll call it that. They did plan to work together, wanted this race if they could find each other. They tried to get it in the top lane moving there, it didn't really work, so to the back they will go. Now everyone's jumping up though, so I don't know who recovered. Let's see here. I guess we go to the 3. He's kind of up there.
Yeah.
But it's Horatio Kane, or Stephen Oberstadt. He's doing
Stephen
pretty
Oberstadt,
good.
new father of 2. new father of two, drives for All America Motorsports. He's making starts when he can between the baby time, which I say congrats to him again on that. He's trying to win Daytona for All America Motorsports' first win. It's a new team in VNS this season, and see if he can make it 1 for 1. He's still have a decent run so far. We'll see if he can get up there. He's gonna jump back to the inside lane very quickly.
Wesley Farrell tried to get that momentum off of Overstat. Overstat, obviously very aggressive. That's why he's on All-American Motorsports, and he just said, all right, no, I'm not pushing you. Shuffles him out of line. Makes that one less car he's going to have to shuffle.
All right, who have we not covered in this front pack? Let's figure out here.
Let's see.
The 19.
No, we got the 19.
We covered 19. We got Patrick McPeak. We got Drew Jua.
The 61.
I don't think we've got the 61, no. We have not.
Yeah, this is one we have not got. That is Sean Melly, who is a rookie for Gavin Hudspeth Racing, another new team in VNS. No experience, previous OMA experience. It's his league debut. So he's trying to go 1 for 1, 100% win rate. We'll see if he has it tonight. I mean, he's doing some right. He's hanging with the first pack. I mean, there's been like 2 or 3 distinct packs, and he's latched on to the first one, so he's doing some right.
As right now, this front group is just really tame right now, minus the Toyotas. As speak of the devil, here they come on the outside. Overstat leading, Imbassiani and Ju on the outside. They got a little bit of momentum. Looks like there's not going to be enough. Mendez behind trying to gain some momentum, but I don't think they're going to have enough momentum. I don't think out of turn 4. They might actually. I don't know. We'll see.
It looks about even on the top and bottom, about 5 on the bottom, 6 on top. Bottom's a shorter way around, so this is about an even
Lap 20 out of
stint
60.
right here.
Those Toyotas are a force to reckon with right now. I cannot believe they have all managed to get up there.
There's a couple that
19
are
on the wall.
stuck in the back. Oh, man. That's Zachary Mendez.
Oh, and they're all getting up there. I don't know what happened there.
Patrick McPeak gets a little bit into it. Looks like the Toyotas are going to have to regroup here a little bit.
Now Horatio, or Steven, my bad, is in a Chevy sandwich right now. Parker Ness has led every single lap tonight.
That's
Doesn't surprise me too much.
Doing lap counter.
Yeah, I mean, he's pretty good at super speedways. He's gotten certainly a lot better as of late. He's won some super speedways in a few leagues. He is my team owner, so I can't be too biased about his skill level. But you know, he's being protected by an Alliance to RR driver, Joni Lohanen. So they got it going on right now, I gotta say.
As now a very heavy blow to the Toyota Alliance as 2 of their guys have lost the pack now. Looks like the 19 of Mendez and the 61 of Melly have both lost the pack. They're going to have to try to get that rallied up, as now Overstat looks like he's trying to set up a run here. Is he done to the outside? No, he's going to stay in line. He's going to stay in line. Colin Teague made a little fake move there. I think he might go, but Imbassiani's going to go.
That won't be enough.
Not enough.
I like what they're doing, but when they got separated, it's not gonna be enough.
Here comes what's going on the outside.
I noticed Drew is going with a lot of the outside runs. He, like I said, he has nothing to lose. He's just trying to win the race. He doesn't want to get stuck in the back, so he's trying to help anyone make moves. Anyone for Alliance purposes, I don't know if he's going to be very useful, especially if waiting the way of the race. He might just make a move with anyone.
Oh, and Jua doesn't go with Overstat. He leaves him out. Oh, he's going to let him back in. Jua's having a little bit of fun right here. This 92. He's messing around. Let's see. We got a small group here. Right out of turn 4 right now. Let's see everybody in this pack.
Oh!
What happened?
There's 2 cars spinning in near turn 1. I don't know who that was, but I was
That's
looking
James
across
Hafferty and the 7
of David Hanks. Oh,
David Hanks. Man.
Oh, the 3's around now. Steven Overstock's around. I don't
what
know.
in the world just happened to Steven Overstock? He's just
Looks like
stuck there.
looks like it was possibly a lag pop.
Oh, and he's back in. Okay. That is weird, but alright.
I think he got stuck on the apron. If you spin on that apron in a weird angle, you'll get stuck.
He teleported back into the grass. He looked like literally Austin Dillon's crash from when he got stuck in, I think, the 500 last year, or the duel. No, it's a duel.
Well, that separated the front pack more. The 18, the 20, and the 92, Drew Jua lost the front pack. Whatever happened separated the pack more.
Now the top 5 is all, actually no, I was going to say the top 5 is all Chevy's back seat with Nico right there.
Nico's hanging on right now.
He's doing really good.
As it looks like there's a group here down the back stretch that's slightly forming up. Looks like Brandon Stockless is trying to back up to this group and form a pack as Vincenzo Cavazzi, he moved on the inside, passing Stockless as behind them is Sebastian Kukulan. He's retired now from full-time racing here in OMA, runs full-time IFC now, and right now it looks like they're just having a little bit of fun right now. Sebby's out there having a grand old time. He was a grand marshal for tonight, and looks like they got a pack forming up now with, looks like Hunter Easton in the 94, the 78, and then the 22, which, I don't even know who's in the 22 for them. We shall see. It's Kevin Yerlitz.
The 20.
No, it's not Kevin.
No.
The 22
is Landon Laudenbach.
It's Len Laudenbach.
Oh, we have a couple pit stops. The 18,
Road
20, and
course
92.
Road course ace Landon Laudenbach. As do the other Toyotas follow him in. Doesn't look like it. Actually,
Up here comes a couple more down pit row. Interesting note that Drew Jua pitted with, I mean, I guess he was already with something. He didn't have much of a choice, but he came down with a bunch of Toyotas there. About to be coming to lap 27. Parker Ness still has led every lap so far. He's going to lead another one.
As Wesley goes to the pits.
Wesley bailed. That's
by himself.
That's
interesting.
There's that Cavazzi going a lap down.
Yeah, what I've noticed is in the past few seasons, every time the OMA VNS series has ran at Daytona with the Xfinity cars, they've always been spread out just like this. Season 5 it happened. Season 6 it happened. Season 7 was trucks. It didn't happen. It was really chaotic.
It looks like most of this top group might be coming in this time by as we've come to green flag pit stops.
Yeah.
Which will be good for people that's going a lap down or